There we go. I was talking and rambling, y'all didn't even hear me. Ain't that something? Well, I was saying this. I was busy. I didn't know I was muted. I'm late night, just chilling. I was watching the peer-to-peer podcast, just relaxing. Wasn't really doing much. I'm trying to grow my subscribers, trying to get my networking going on. Yesterday I was trying to get a PS5. That didn't work out because I was in line since yesterday. And yeah, I'll tell you like this. It didn't turn out in my favor. I was expecting to have at least 10, maybe 10, maybe even 8. And I was like the third, fourth person there. And I only end up getting, I only just end up getting like, well, I didn't end up getting, they end up dishing out only 2 of them. Only 2. And man, uh, that's all I gotta say on that Pokemane. If you wanna know what I'm doing some quick little editing, some little bit of dashes. So don't worry about me on that. Just it's late night. I'm just here late night. But oh, Pokemane, what you got yourself up to? This is your like 4th or 5th drama in the past 6 months. Like I don't really watch Pokemane. I really be to myself a lot. I always be to myself. I've been trying to work on my Wi-Fi since the hurricane because it been acting wonky to the point of the upload speed end up being god dog shit. But I got it back. Everything got back working. I called my service provider. Everything is working crystal clear, working good. Oh, and you want to know why it's still like loading like that? That's because I haven't pressed play yet. I can press play anytime it works, but that's not the point. Oh God, Pokemane, what have you got yourself into this time? It's I won't say it's not bad, but at the same time, I can't say it's not good. Like you, she got herself in a lot of drama in the past year. Like I can't even understand it. It's to the point I'm like, whoa, whoa. Like, should I step in and say something about it? No, because they got commentary YouTubers that does this all the time, all day, every day. Commentary YouTubers, that's their thing, that's their job. It's like freedom of press. They can say whatever they want to say. Like they'll say anything and everything, but if they don't have any information or they going off of baseless information that they don't know about and they try to get damage someone's reputation, then I'll be like, oh God, why are they doing that? Like it's to the point that someone gonna have to sit down and talk to them and try to set them straight and tell them the actual truth. Some of them that do have that information and have something to back it up, like they have receipts and everything, then it be more believable. And trust me, those truths can be very damaging. And you wanna know why I'm giggling right now? Well, I'm not drunk at all. Right now, I'm just talking to the mic like this, like hell yeah. But it's just late night. You know, to me it's 12:21 a.m. I got messages on my phone. Let's see. I don't have to work today. What's this? Don't know. Don't care. Alright, letting this person know I'm streaming. So that won't disturb me. Okay. But back to this. I'm giggling because Pokemane been on her fourth or fifth drama. Because everyone talked about her. Leafy exposed her. Now I'm hearing her, she's hiding niggas too. She hiding dudes. That's tough. She hiding dudes. That's tough. Come on, man. It's starting to feel like a Flight Reacts. I thought I seen it all. 2020 been nothing but drama and cancel culture. A lot of people have nothing to do, so that they like to cancel people because they can't go nowhere or do something else in their life. Me, I had a million things to do, and I done them. Well, majority. And this one, it just was in my way. It's like she getting so much drama that I might have to indulge in at least one of them. Do I care about her hating me? Do I care of her not liking me? Do I care of her banning me? No. No, I don't. Because right now we just using freedom of press, baby. Like, I don't think she's all that hot. She looks good. Don't get me wrong. She looks beautiful. She looks good. But I just don't think she's all that hot. Video quality and everything, it's a bit subpar. It's pretty decent for the simps. I'm not gonna lie. It's good for the simps. I love my agents. So I can't doubt on her on that. But when she got some scandal on her, it's like, that deteriorates, you know what I'm saying? It deteriorates. Oh God. I don't think this is looking good. Pokey is trying to get some of the... Oh, let me phrase that. Pokey, bring guys to the room to play Pokey. And if that's the case, then oh God, that's what I've been hearing. That's what I've been hearing. Pokemon have been bringing dudes to her crib to play Pokey. And I ain't talking about Literature Club either. Pokey, Doki. Sure, I'm telling you, I don't know what's going on, but this is what I've been hearing. It's like Pokey playing some of that Pokey Doki. And I'm not talking about Literature Club, baby. Oh God. If she's going down terrible like this, does she let other guys run through her? Like a horse Olympic race? All I can say is, hey, if that's the case, and you need a man to get jealous, you call on me. I take the case. Just saying. I don't judge much. I don't judge. You do you. I'm gonna do me. But at the end of the day, we might not even see each other the next day, or the next week, or the next month. You're not gonna text me. I'm not gonna text you. We got our business done. We cool. You're a big streamer. I'm a not so big streamer. We go our separate ways. If we cross paths one day, we just cross paths. If not, cool too. But man, this is gonna be interesting. I don't know about me and late nights, but I just get a little toxic. Yeah, I just don't do it on YouTube. I just get a little bit toxic. But you know what? Be here. I'm chilling out, and right now I'm not. I don't really feel like wasting that much time anymore. Let's talk. Come on, it's better be done. Oh, I know what this is. Yeah. Hold on, wait. What the heck? Man, it's for real. I think Pokemon is now becoming. She's turning from the simp queen to the drama queen. Cause all that drama is gravitating through her like a freaking light bulb to a freaking mosquito. Like she can't get away. Drama just says, "Hey, we're gonna go for the next person." She's a new hot topic. I'm telling you, I feel like Belle Daphne is starting to be the new simp queen. But man, Pokemon, what have you done? What did you do this time? Oh yeah, I can just press play anytime. If you wanna know why it's spinning like that, I just gotta press spacebar. It'll cut on. But I'm afraid what might happen if I once I press play. Hey, Terrell, what's good? Welcome to the stream, dude. I hope you're ready, cause oh, it's gonna get crazy. Cause the title itself, I'm doing Roblox video. This is a Roblox video. Oh, nothing. We're just gonna talk a little bit about Pokimane and the drama she's recently got herself in. It's like, like I haven't really put myself into the commentary YouTube community because I never really thought about doing it, and I ignored it because I just enjoy playing games a lot. I don't really talk about people much. I don't try to do toxic things. I just want to chill back and just do my own thing, play video games, maybe talk about having fun and everything. Talk to you guys about a lot of stuff, anything about doing any commentary YouTubers and everything like that. Like there's a million things I can do besides doing this, and I've done majority of those things. It just Pokemon in the past 4 months has I won't say four, past 6 months been in four drama alerts like crazy. Oh man. Let's see. There's the thing from it's a Gundam to Leafy, and one that started it all off, Keemstar, and then I I don't remember it was the fourth, it was the fifth one, but I know this one is another one. I think this one was based off of Leafy was talking about. If I have to be correct, but this is a great it feels like a great segue from Leafy and the homie Bo Blocks. Shout out to him because he been doing some digging. He been he been shoveling up, getting some dirt, getting some receipts, and trying to he ain't trying to mix or match anything to make it bad. Excuse me. But what he's doing is, oh, flex up our little yachty. Hey, let's check. All right, let's check that out after this one. We'll check it out after this, but I'm gonna have to do some pauses because copyright strike. But we can listen to that after this video. If you want to chill here and see what I gotta talk about, so that's gonna be real interesting. But yeah, without wasting any time, because I've been babbling about this for a minute, let's get started on this video. Oh, I gotta press space.
So a couple days ago, a damning document on Pokemane was leaked, which was written by Fedmeister in retaliation to Pokemane lying about him on her stream after he got kicked from their group offline TV.
Hold on, wait. Is this working? Because it's supposed to work. Let me see. Okay. Let's check this out again. Let's try it again.
So a couple days ago, a damning document on Pokemane was leaked, which was written by Fedmeister in retaliation to Pokemane lying about him on her stream after he got kicked from their group offline TV.
Hey, that's not bad. I ain't gonna cap. But it doesn't yeah, this the dude right here. And he does look like the odd man out of the entire group. Don't you think? He looks like the odd man out. But the only way he would be a part of it if he has connection with at least one of them. He's cool. I can admit he's cool. These two chicks, they look like they pretty dope chicks that I hang out with. So yeah. And he look like a dude that I can hang out with and maybe party with every now and then. But yeah, let's continue the story.
The document is very long but revealing, so I do recommend you check it out. The link to that will be in the description, but today we are going to be talking about...
Yeah, I'm not going to do that. We're going to just, see what's going down on this. And this is going to be a ride. 44 minutes. So they're going straight 444 with it. Shout out to Jay-Z.
The aftermath of the leak. As when it happened, Pokemane decided to get into a call with Fedmeister, and it resulted in him posting...
He said, is this beef? I don't really think it's most likely beef. I would say it's most likely some heavy drama. At this one, I just can't ignore. Pokemane just get herself into a lot of situations that I don't even know how she just put herself into these situations. Like, do I think Pokemane is hot? Oh yeah, I gotta fix that Nightbot. Actually, let me turn off the Nightbot. I'm gonna fix it whenever I can. Let me go ahead and erase the Nightbot. Then it's gonna take about like 2 seconds. So give me a minute. Let's go to the Nightbot and try to. Let's see. Let's see. I'm trying to remember how to do it. If I find it, I will change. There it is. Okay, community. Okay. Okay. You should be good now. Alright, Nightbot's gone now. Nightbot's gone. I'm gonna have to do some maintenance on Nightbot. No worries. You can still get back on it. You can spam whatever you want. It's all good now. It's all good gravy. But what I was saying? Oh yeah, drama. Yeah, Pokemane get herself in so much drama that it's gonna be a time that I'm not gonna have to ignore. Like I'm not like. Do I think Pokemane hot? She's alright. She looks good. Like Pokemane, she's solid. She valid. But would I be the type of dude to go with her? Not really. I would not be the type of person to go with Pokemane because on a personal level, she's not my type. But I will be that type of dude that if we do connect with each other, like it'll be like some unhinged discreet shit that no one knows about, no one hears about, and no one say anything about. It's like you do you, I do me. We just go our separate ways. No one need to hear about it. No one needs to know about it, and no one say anything about it. You got your big channel. I have my small channel. I'm gonna grow eventually, and we're gonna keep it separate that way. And wherever we cross paths, we cool, good gravy, Gucci, we Gucci. We like that's nothing else. We straight. You do you, I do me. That's the end of the day. But the other two chicks, maybe, maybe. But we gotta check out the vibe. It's all about that vibe. How we vibe with each other. That's gonna be the main question of it all. But let's continue. Uh-oh.
Tweet that links to a Google document titled Re-Leak/Pokemane. In it he says, "Hey guys, it's been brought to my attention that a document I wrote many months ago has been leaked. I want to make it clear that..."
Yeah, this is some weak shit. Yeah, so...
This is not some...
Yeah, someone around his circle actually leaked his shit out. So, yeah. Okay. So, some rumors are true.
thing I wanted out publicly. The document was leaked by someone I asked for advice and support, who chose to maliciously violate my trust. A while ago, Pokey and I spoke about what happened. We came to agree that keeping things private and making no further statements publicly was what was best for both of us. To keep the document private, we wanted to heal, and prevent any further harm to the people involved.
Okay, that's pretty solid. I can agree with that. Like, let bygones be bygones. Like, okay. But I think they should have kept things to a minimum. Like, if he was that into Pokemane and Pokemane is doing something that he is sitting waiting that getting close, I think she should have just ended or kept it separate. Like, if you keep inviting someone, wouldn't that mean you have some purpose in bringing them in? Because remember, it's like if someone has some feelings for you, and all of a sudden you're like, we should be this, and they'll be like, all right, cool. That's either gender, male or female. That'd be like, all right, cool. But the moment you re-amp up, if they bring them to the next event or anything like that, then you just poking some holes in this fresh cut. We try to make it separate. It's like the skin. It's like the skin, right? Like your skin is attached together. Y'all getting very close. Now all of a sudden we are trying to be separate. It's like the split of the skin. Like what you do, we have an open wound right here. You got a split of the skin. You just you patch it up, but you try to. It's gonna be separate for a while, and you gotta have to let it have time to heal, right? But if you remove that bandage and trying to force it to keep it close, it's still gonna be that open wound there. And once that let loose, it's gonna be worse than what it was. And I think that's the situation that's going on in this predicament. And trust me, it looks very damaging. Now, the load's not long. My speed is very good. Trust me. My upload speed is back to normal. All I gotta do is press the space bar, it goes straight. Like it's nothing.
She would make a brief supportive statement when I returned, and we would go our separate ways. No more drama and not reopening old wounds.
Okay, this is after everything. Like, let bygones be bygones. Like, okay.
We were both happy with this agreement, and the peace of mind that came with it. But one of the people I had turned to for advice and support, when I needed it the most, violated my trust, sending the document.
Oh, so they got a Benedict Arnold in the group. So, yeah. Sure, better hope it's not no extortion. They don't have to put out this meme, but like, so you think it's extortion? And I have that meme too.
To streamers. I just want to apologize. as I do feel responsible for such extremely sensitive and private conversations to be aired out like dirty laundry. When I wrote this statement months ago, I was encouraged by my friends to write out my side of things. However, I did it feeling extremely vindictive as I felt that someone that I once deeply cared for inaccurately spoke out against me. To this day, I do believe that I was mischaracterized. However, after talking to Pokey, I came to understand her perspective and decision making. My outlook on the situation as a whole now comes from a better place of understanding. Additionally,
Yeah, plus there's a rumor out there that Pokemane had brought some guys over so they can play some Doki Doki. And I'm not talking about that Legend Club, you know what I'm talking about? I heard she was going out there and she was going crazy. That's tough. If she going out crazy, she playing some Doki Doki inside the room. Oh God, that's the craziest thing. But that's what I heard. That's a rumor. That she been going Doki Doki in there. Hold on.
on your side about Yvonne almost getting fired, it was made clear to me that the point of her bringing that up wasn't to allude to the false claim I wanted her fired, but more so to highlight the fact that her lack of motivation to work with me stemmed from her feeling uncomfortable because of our incident, which...
So basically, hold on, wait, before you can continue. So he got the dude that Fedmeister who likes Pokemane ended up getting kicked from the group. Getting kicked from the group because of his actions. I think Pokemane has something to do with it. Even though it has both sides of the story, I think Pokemane has morally to do with it. If she keeps bringing him to the events instead of just let him have months to himself so he can recollect himself and not invite him to certain events. I get that they're trying to be good friends and everything, but it's like poking with fire. Nothing great coming out of it.
Again, as I said in the document, I am deeply sorry for and wish I wasn't so naive and insensitive. On the topic of whether I tried to manipulate...
Of course, he's going to be the one to be apologetic about it. Because he feels like he's in the wrong.
...manipulate our friends to hate her. I still fully stand behind what my document reads, but want to further emphasize that although it wasn't my intention to shine Pokey in a bad light, when I vent/confide to our friends about my frustrations, the side effect was that many of our friends perceived her differently, and in turn avoided...
Sure, that sounds bad, like an Ohm record type drama too, so, but I ain't gonna talk about that. Trust me, I heard there's some toxic stuff coming around with Ohm record, but I'm not talking about it.
...friendships with her. They then admitted this to her after the intervention, so I now better understand why she felt manipulated. I know a lot of details surrounding the nature of our friendship were shown, but I'd like to be the first to prevent any further speculation by saying we were never intimate or in a relationship. Pokey and I were very close, and often flirty, but that...
But I heard rumors, so I'm just trying to see if I can confirm it.
...was the extent of it. I know the way things unfold in the document. It seems like I'm alluding to her leading me on, but I don't believe that, and I think that the truth is somewhere in between.
Someone tells me he's just trying to cover up her butt. Read between your lines, she's just covering up her butt, but her butt's covered up by some dudes getting it from behind, playing that Doki Doki, playing that Doki Doki. I need to stop. Let's continue.
We both made mistakes and have owned up to them privately. I hope everyone...
Oh yeah, she owned up to them privately, alright.
Brady will move on from this, as we certainly have already. Please respect our privacy and avoid sharing or discussing this leak, as it's a gross invasion of privacy, and I regret that it was made public.
Oh, yeah, he does regret that it made public. True, I know how you feel on the inside, too. Yee!
Fed. So previously Fed said the relationship was intimate, and now he's saying it isn't. I'm going to show some...
Dang, that's a little bit. Hold on, they said it wasn't in a relationship and it was flirty. This sounds like this is dangerously close, and she's not avoiding it at all. This doesn't seem like she's avoiding it at all. This right here is saying, hold on, I wonder if y'all can see this. Hold on, wait. Let me shrink myself a little bit. Yeah. Like, does it look like she trying to be distant with him or just trying to be just friends? Cause this looks kind of like they want to try to play some some pokey dokey dokey, you know what I'm talking about? like he's into her, she looks like she's into him as well from the look of the text. It's like it looks like they want to be close. It just her getting pressured by everyone else that want them to be together. What's the point of her being rejected by it? But something behind the lines looks like they want to be together, but it's just pressure, peer pressure. Not from her, not from him, but for other people that want them to be together. Because you just don't say that he loved her so much and not put feelings towards it. And she's not only isn't she not avoiding it, she actually she's saying the same thing and put his name to it. If they wasn't that close, there wouldn't be this type of close encounter into this type of text. This is some intimate texting right here.
Text from the document and let you guys decide if this is intimate or not. If you want to see the full thing, again, that will be linked in the description.
Oh, this is very flirty. Hey, I told you. Hey, I'm telling you, this is dangerous. This is a dangerous line. Like friendship and relationship, like it's too freaking blurred in this situation. Like this is not friendship type of situation right here. They're close, they're getting flirty. They should never be this flirty. Like, bruh, I'm sorry. If y'all don't get close like that, like, come on. It's there, like, it's there. Like, come on. It had to be between lines where either y'all gonna try to text this out and just get close, or y'all gonna have to get in that room and play pokey dokey dokey. And I'm not talking about that literature club. Like, it's there. Like, they got a yeah in there, yeah. Yeah.
Description. Anyways, after this was posted, Pokey reacted to it on her live stream, along with the entire document. Let's see if her explanation is as convincing as Fed is saying here.
I don't know if everyone else watching how I really don't care. I'm just talking to myself at this point. But at least I'm putting myself on camera and just doing it and have a little bit of fun and have a good time, you know? Yeah.
I've seen this document. I've seen 3 versions of this document already.
Oh, 3? Aha. Okay. Okay, so she says she has seen 3 versions of this document. So, okay. She got her shirt buttoned down, even though she has no cleavage. But let's continue. It's like, I get it if she was more busty, but it's like, you don't really have to button your shirt down like that. Let's be honest. Like, you're not busty like that. Like, come on now. Would I fuck with her? Okay, I'm gonna say hush.
Because as you can tell, it was made months ago. It has not been 2 months since the incident. When I confronted him about finding out about this document, it was the first time that we've spoken since everything unfolded. And it wasn't easy, but we came to a decent understanding of each other. and wanting to handle it privately, which is why it's so unfortunate that this was leaked anyways. Very unfortunate. And he says that basically the purpose is that when he saw my stream where I talked about he feels like it painted him in a very negative light. I understand from his perspective it seems like that, but obviously I feel like I also spoke my truth at the end of the day. You know, if she starts telling the story, so.
Why does her voice sound very disingenuous? And the girl is a genius. And last year genius. Look at what high fuck must be on me. Come on, man. Man, I'm sorry. I listen to too much Flight. I listen to that song a little bit too much for my own good. But man, this girl is a genius. Yeah, like Pokemane ain't gonna do nothing to me. I already know for sure. But her voice, her tone of voice sounds very disingenuous. I'm just saying. When you hear it, it just sounds like that. I don't know why.
I feel like I also spoke my truth at the end of the day. You know, if she starts.
It's just her tone and her facial expression. It sounds very disingenuous. I don't know why. It just... I can't really focus out of my head. Why? Why does she sound disingenuous in that situation where it should be have some remorse towards it? It doesn't sound genuine. It just sounds disingenuous.
That's every story. So there was a Taiwan trip, February 14th, 2018.
Oh yeah, I heard about this. Yeah.
Almost 3 years ago now, and that was the first time that me and Fed had flirted or gotten close, or it essentially was when we first started getting close.
Yeah, you heard that. That was getting close. Hey, if y'all was getting that close, hey, why not? Hey, like the word from Chris Move. Why not let it fly? Cause if y'all was getting close, hey, why not? Let them shoot a shot. Let them get a chance. Come on, y'all getting a little flirty. Y'all was having a good time. Y'all doing this and that. Why not? It's there. Give it a try. You know what I say? Try it. You might like it. If it's no harm, no foul, then hey, give it a chance. Maybe you might get something special out of it. Maybe. Just saying. But let's continue.
You guys forget eating popcorn. Fuck you guys. This is my real life.
Hey, do people really care about your real life? Let's be honest right now. What your personal life is your personal life. But really, to be honest, I don't really care too much about your personal life. But your drama is just too damning. I'm doing other stuff. I'm doing personal stuff already that's gonna be posted up soon on my YouTube channel. But her drama has been leaking out so much like crazy throughout the quarantine. And it is crazy. Because there's so many people can't have much to do because of the quarantine. Excuse me. But this. Wow.
Insert very cringy text messages that have no place.
You say cringy, but you know. You say cringy, but you just want to skim past it. You don't want to see your messages between you and him. But let's be honest. That was getting it real close. Oh man.
On the internet, but essentially, me and Fed had just gotten really close. Although we obviously weren't dating, we were talking, you know. And we lived together. It's we were able to hang out a lot. And
just like I said before, why not let it fly? Just try it.
And we worked together, so yeah, we became close. In March 2018, we had an honest discussion about the direction we were heading, and she brought up some notable problems. A, that we live together, and could be a problem if things don't work out, and B, we are poor members, social equity, and
This is what I hate. This is the part of the stuff that I hate. Like, if y'all are this close, and yet, only thing that's setting y'all back, and y'all two back as a couple, is y'all two as a couple. Like, is y'all two trying to be a couple? It's like y'all setting each other back overall, and this could have been crazy. Like, if it was if a relationship goes well, it might benefit in the long run. If this relationship doesn't go well, hey, it doesn't go well. Y'all both get y'all some time to have some space. Maybe you try to take some fresh air and respect each other's space. That'll be cool. But hold on, I'm gonna let it continue. I'm gonna let it continue.
that we work for. This could be a conflict of interest. It can get nasty if things don't work out between us. So I am very much in that mindset where it's like, if there's
Hold on. If I remember correctly, she said there was 3, not 1, not 2, but 3 versions of this. So that means he had to edit a lot of stuff out that Pokemane did not like because she's seen the versions of it. So that means there's something behind it that she doesn't want people to know or people to see. Oh man. So if she's seen the versions of it, oh, she's hiding something. She's really, really hiding something. But you know what? I don't care. But let's continue.
so many conflicts in regards to me pursuing something with someone, I am highly unlikely to do it unless I felt like, wow, like this is the person for me. So I already know what might happen.
If y'all was getting that close, would you not try to date him and see if he was the one? Try to see if he can be compatible when you date him? Isn't that the case? Or am I wrong here? I'm just saying. And isn't this the guy, if I'd be correct, when Leafy came out and said for all her tier 3 subs, she has a boyfriend. And it was a dude that was very close. It was this guy. This is the guy. Y'all getting flirty, y'all getting close. Even talk about he was afraid of hiding him. Oh man. I don't know if that's a stretch or I'm just threading the needle. But something tells me that they only got close until that Leafy thing happened. But you know what they say? That's just a theory.
Definitely, this was like the first time we got to know each other, and therefore, like, kind of the flirtiest time, in my opinion. But
And yet y'all haven't even tried to see if we'll link up.
then I was like, we can't really do this unless, again, I feel like this is something we seriously want to pursue. Of course, it was
And yet there's all signs that they should seriously pursue it. Just saying. It sounds like it. I don't know about you. I'm just saying.
pretty obvious to him that I was texting Pokey. And I actually remember this, that we were texting, and I think just like alluding to our manager and Josh that we were talking. He goes on to say like I'm a really private person and that he shouldn't have alluded to someone that we were talking. But actually, in this instance, we really like were. This was the first time that we started talking, and we were starting to talk pretty seriously. And I was like, I need to figure out whether this is something that I want to pursue and risk the conflict of interest, or just something I'm not interested
And yet, there's all the signs to say that, hey, try it. But at the same time, it's like they stopping themselves. They stopping themselves from being closer. But I think it all goes to Pokemane, who doesn't want to be close to a lot of people for some odd reason. Maybe there's some detachment, because I think I don't really know that much, but I seen like a few years back. I don't really watch your videos or nothing like that, but I do remember this because of a recommended video when they're doing compilations of other stuff. That she was, if I to be correct, on her Drive My Life video, where she got abandoned by her friends during college, if I to be correct. So she'd play video games and play other games and grow a fan base right then and there. And I think it's just her used to being by herself that she doesn't want to feel the tension of being abandoned again. She doesn't want to be abandoned again. I don't know if there's a psychology to it that really showing some threads on this. Just saying.
So I actually don't really care about this at all. It was like, I shouldn't have overshared. This was not my issue at this point in time. I feel like I need to understand the boy scene a little bit more. I mean, I was like 20, 21 in LA, single, freshly in LA, whatever the heck, right? I wanted to be sure of whoever I was going to pursue. And also, for Fed, as I said here, also he should date around, because like I also didn't like the online pressure of people shipping us, and I don't like the idea of like falling into it just because there's pressure.
See, it's just like I said earlier, it's peer pressure. It's just she doesn't want to be out there, even though it should have been organic from the get go. Like if people sees this, like, why would you care what other people think? Like, if you like him and he likes you, try it out. Maybe something can connect. Don't worry about what they say, no matter what they think. If stuff goes well, it goes well. If it don't, just they'll both make a video that didn't work out. Y'all moved on. And y'all respect each other and respect other people, respect their videos. Simple as that. There's no harm, no foul. Y'all still be cool. There's no ill will within each other. Just keep it separate and move on. Simple as that. And that's just me knowing stuff like this.
Sure, I think it is much healthier to like get a good lay of the land and pursue someone because you genuinely like them, not just because there's like internet attention around your name. For me,
I think it's something deeper than that, but let's continue.
even this came out of left field and I felt pretty stupid. I was hurt. Blah blah. I do remember having this conversation. I was investing so much time. I was trying to be understanding, but it brought up a lot of insecurities and notions of not being good enough. And for me, it was like, I just need to figure out whether I actually like someone or not. We're physically really close, and that makes you feel like maybe someone's like the right person, but anyways. Oh my god, this is so like maybe someone's like the right person.
Before I continue with the text message, I will say this. Hold on, let's go back one more time. I want to get a complete hear of this.
We're physically really close, and that makes you feel like maybe someone's like the right person, but
that's the closest y'all gonna get to actually try. Like, why not try to date? Why not let it fly? If y'all getting physically close, there's connection. Like, there's some close connection. Like, why not just Like, why not just try it out? Like, if y'all that close and y'all talking and getting into a flirty based relationship, y'all getting real close friends, it's like, don't worry about the pressure of the internet. The internet just the internet. They're gonna be trolls and say whatever they want all day, every day. People troll all the time. The guy who had Cheeto dust under his chin, sure he's gonna troll. People that's in the streets, they gonna troll. Like, people are gonna troll in real life or on the internet. Some to some deep levels that might be hurtful, but people gonna troll no matter what. But don't let people from the internet question what you like and don't like, because what about your feelings and his feelings? Like, you doing this because you think it's because the internet. Maybe he did it because he generally likes you overall, and you just didn't see it because you see it in a different way than how he sees things. And he wants to be close, but you thinking, oh, he wants to be close because the internet wants us to be together. It's not because the internet wants y'all two to be together. Maybe he wants to be together because he genuinely likes you, and you just want to base the other people from the internet as an excuse why y'all can't be together. It's really, what's the word for it? I can't think of it off the top of my head. But it just, nah. Don't just go with that accusation.
Anyways. Oh my god, this is...
Oh my god. That's funny. It says that's a fake pen name and it's boyfriend restricted. He's trying. You gotta see it in his way. He's trying to shoot a shot. This dude is trying to shoot a shot on this. Like, hey, I don't blame him for trying to shoot it. Hey, Fred Meister, hey, I'll try to give you a medal for shooting your shot.
so cringe because, like, I'm not, like, massively older.
I won't say it's cringe. I don't think it's just a guy that's trying to shoot a shot. He just...
And massively more mature. But I really was that. I was like, don't, like, call me pet names unless we're dating. Because I feel like it's a line. I tried. Shit.
It doesn't sound like it.
But, yeah, whatever. I think it's a part he skipped over in his document, but there's VODs of this. After EDC...
Remember, I think you had to someone took something out because there were 3 versions of it. And some tells me Pokemane didn't like the other 2 versions of it that he had to take out, and now she's trying to bring him up for content wise. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just thinking this. So don't dox me on that. But I'm reading this out. Reading, checking this out. And hold on, how many subs do I have right now? Hold on, let me go to my YouTube channel. I'm just checking this right quick. I'm checking. Okay, we have 1K. Let's get to 1K subs. If I can, I want to get to 1K.
I went to Canada around that time to visit my parents, and he had surprise visiting me in Canada.
Okay.
Again, around the time that we first started talking, I was like, do I like him, do I not? And then, when he showed up, I was really flattered by that because I don't know, like a shit ton of dating experience, and no one had ever done such like an extravagant thing per se to surprise me.
This dude is trying. Fedmeister was really, really trying. Like, he has genuine feelings for her. And for a person like her who hasn't really dated and known people for not being around her as much, and she just tried to play video games to escape it and have fan base her throughout her whole time. And this dude is trying his best to deliberately showing his feelings by doing something. If he's doing something like this,
Trying to do any experience, and no one had ever done such like an extravagant thing per se to surprise me.
extravagant, as in he's trying to go out of his way to do it. Simp shit. But this is the type of stuff that if he's trying to do something and go out of his way, just try to actually want to try to date you, and he's close, he's there. It's like he's trying his best. Like, he wants a shot. Like, he really wants to do it. At that time. I don't know now, but at that time.
So I was like, oh, maybe I should give him a chance. And so in camp,
And right there, it's like, yeah, why not?
because I don't know, like a shit ton of dating experience, and no one had ever done such like an extravagant thing per se to surprise me. So I was like, oh, maybe I should give him a chance. And so in camp,
Yeah.
I was like trying to open my heart up to the idea a bit more.
I'm telling you, she stopped herself. I think she stopped herself from pursuing it. Because in one way, it looks like she was getting around to it. But at the same time, I think it's just a fear of being heartbroken for her. It's a fear of her being heartbroken is coming to light, and she doesn't. I think it's that fear. I really do think it's the fear of maybe one day if stuff don't work out and he leaves and everything goes all bad, and it's like she has a flip of the coin, and right now she's not picking her best destinations because currently right now it's not looking good. But excuse me again. Like, she has all the chance in the world to go out with a guy that really wants to date her. Any guy would love to go out with her. A lot of guys would love to go out to date her. Like, she looks good. She's valid. Will I scale her out of 1 to 10? I'm not. I would say she's valid. But personality-wise, it's questionable. It's a question mark. But she's valid. But I will say this. He's trying his best. Even she said it herself. That she doing all this, it's like, why not date him? But I think she stopped herself from doing it. Maybe she would have gave it a try. It might be a good thing. She should have just went with her gut. And just tried.
But I realized it just didn't feel right, essentially. And I was like, oh, okay, now I know like this is not something that I want to pursue.
I really doubt that. I think it's just a different scenario in her mind that actually has I think it's just self-doubt. I'll say it like that. It feels more like self-doubt within her heart. Like, she doesn't trust her gut feeling, but she having doubt in her heart. And that's why she just cut it off. She really need to trust in her gut a bit more if she wanna try to date someone. Like, date someone that really do care about her. Because there's many guys out there who would just go with her, try to get what they want from her, and just dip out like it's nothing. Any guy can do that. Any guy will want that. But it takes a rarity of guys who would try to go out of their way to do anything and everything they can to just date a person just to show that they really care, that they really love, and then and they might take it for granted.
So when we came back home, again, May-ish, I had that talk with him. May 2018, I think. I had that talk with him. And I was like, 'cause I remember it was an emotional talk. I was like, listen,
I bet if it was an emotional talk, then yeah, he was heartbroken in that situation.
dog, blah, blah, blah. To me, it was like, I've had this conversation with you. Admittedly, in hindsight, it was selfish that, like, I wanted to, like, still be friends and still be close. But I think he read that as, like, signs of maybe wanting more. But in my mind, I was like, I already had this convo with you of, like, not wanting more. There was, like, this cycle of, like, we'd get close and I'd be like, I think, like,
You're forcing a cycle. It's like you want to be close, but you're forcing a cycle. It's like you try to. It's like you want the wounds to. It's like having, just like I said, it's like having to open a wound. It's like you squeezing the skin closed, but when you try to let go, it wounds back open. It's like it's gonna be a repeated cycle, and heart's gonna get played in the end. It could be vice versa as well. Like it's like friends with benefits. I say the perfect example is Flight Reacts and Janet. Like, but their situation was bad, but there's some similarities to it. Like, those two were together. Flight even said himself that they're not in a relationship. They're not in a relationship, and they're just there to chill, cool, maybe have a little fun time, you know. But for Flight and Janet, it was some fun time. But he even said that they're not going to date. They're not going to be in a relationship because he wasn't ready for a relationship. But the difference is, he wasn't ready for a relationship because he already been through some bad ones, and he just wanted to chill and have fun with them. So yeah, he just want to keep that separate. For the meantime, and when he gets around to it, he'll try to date. But in this situation, it's different because he wants to date her. He wants to pursue to date her, but she is not giving him that pursuit. Even though how close they really get, it's like she wants it too, but her self-doubt is killing the whole situation, and it's not ending well. And it just, only thing it's gonna do is just make it toxic along the way. No matter what situation at hand, they both making the situation toxic. And the only way they can break this toxicity is they break apart. If you invite him to do this and that and still trying to be friends and everything, at least keep those two separate. You gotta keep separate. Now, I'm not talking about go to parties and stuff. I'm like, let one of them go to a party or let another person go to the party. Either one. But one gotta go, one gotta stay for that party, and the other person will switch out and then go to a different party. It's like that. Like, keep them separate as possible. Do not bring them two into the same party at one go, because they might see each other and there'll be some tension. Like, give them some time apart. Give them some few months apart. Like, no talking, no texting. Like, let them be separate. Someone gotta keep a fine line to say no. Like, let's just take some months apart, take a couple months apart. Let me do my thing, you do your thing, and we're gonna be friends after it's all over. Keep it separate so then everything will feel like a fresh start instead of just keep it going. And the heart it's gonna be like the skin, just gonna have an open wound, and you're trying to push it closed, but you keep opening it. It's not healing.
you think this is headed in a way that it's not headed. Like, we can't be, like, this close. It's like boundaries would be pushed and blah blah blah. I also want to
It's like it's gonna be forced no matter what, cause she's pushing the inevitable.
say that I feel he implied we were heavily involved when me and Fed were never intimate, we were never sexual, and also I knew
Oh,
when me and Fed were never intimate.
never intimate, and yet this is showing the personification of intimate. This is intimate. If he doesn't say right here, this is confirmed right here what I said. Hiding. Oh wait, no, this is not it. Yeah, hiding. Yeah, this is it. 'Cause sometimes you want to hide me, and I don't want you to ruin that. Even he's saying himself, because like who's really getting led on? Because this is the personification of her leading him on right here. This is the definition of leading someone on. When he's saying he feel like sometimes she wants to hide him, and he don't want to ruin that. As in, like you hide me, and I don't want to get, I don't want to be. If you want to hide me, that's cool. I understand. Like you want to have your reputation, that's cool. Like if it's a problem, I'm gonna try to step back. I'm gonna try to stay hidden until everything cools down. Like it's no problem. But she is insinuating right here. It says, like, I'm not trying to hide you, cause, like, if it's a situation like that, and then all of a sudden, oh, it's a post. It's about a post. And it's saying like, it might be that photo of them two just holding each other or something. I don't know. Maybe because it's posted, so it has to be a pic. But this right here, when she says, "I love you too, Freddie," and she's saying he loves you so much. This is beyond friendly. Like this is a very very close type ordeal. That someone's gonna get hurt if they're not gonna be together. They should not bring it to this amount of closeness. And from her not being distant about it and not keeping it at a friendship level, this reply from her text should never be like this. It should be something different.
We were never sexual, and also I knew, and anyone who has watched his stream, like he's kind of a flirty guy, right?
And you're not flirty as well. If you play spade for spade, let's play spade for spade. Like you're like you saying he's flirty, you're flirty too. Like if flirty was wrong, he's in the wrong, you're in the wrong, but two wrongs don't make it right. Y'all both in the wrong.
So as cringy as these are, I don't think these texts from 3 years ago are indicative of much in regards to the things that I said were problematic in my first stream, which I will get to. Essentially, people reading this document may feel like I lied about there being something going on between me and Ted. I understand where that comes from completely, and just want to explain that I was trying to share a very specific instance where I felt Fed lied about the state of our friendship or relationship, and it happened much later than these texts in Taiwan. It happened way after May when he visited and I had that conversation with him of like, listen, I just want to be friends. Genuinely speaking, I can't say that either of us maneuvered the situation as best as we could, but I always tried to be so upfront about like, I just want to be friends, I'm seeing other people, like, yeah, I want to be close to you, obviously still want to be your friend, like, you're a really important person in my life, and I understand those signs are probably misconstrued.
But yeah, you don't give him time to actually be separate and just let him heal. Especially if he's an important person in your life and you're not dating, and yet you have to pick one or the other. Either you want him to be very close to you to at least try a relationship with him, because right now this is a dangerous game that she's playing. This is a very dangerous game that she's playing. I said I'm not trying to bring down Pokemane. I'm not trying to bring down Fed. But I'm just keeping it down the middle and seeing this situation because I've been in a relationship before, sort of. Actually, I've been in an entanglement. I've been in a couple of entanglements, and I can tell you that this situation right here, this is not really that good because this is getting very dangerous relationship wise because this is now is getting to the fragile point of the matter. This is getting the fragile point of the matter. What she said on this.
Obviously, still want to be your friend. Like, you're a really important person in my life, and I understand those signs are probably misconstrued.
Yeah, right here. This is a sensitive topic. This is not a topic, but sensitive hard right now. And swaying back and forth, emotions gonna run wild. If things can go crazy, things can go bad. Things can get really bad if not treated properly. Like this is getting close to dangerous. Hold on. Good thing I'm doing this late night while no one's actually watching this, so yeah. So I'm talking to myself. But anyway, this is getting very dangerous. This is getting very, very bad for many levels. Because this is not something that's like friendship type level. This is now just a guy who wants to feel loved, but at the same time, wants that person that he loves him back, but full heartedly. And I'm not talking about like not no friendship full hearted. Like I know how that feels. He wants to go. He really wants it. Like he really wants to feel love. But the main problem in her situation is she didn't keep things separate. I'm not talking about like. I'm not talking about keep the line between being friends and stuff. Like I'm talking about just let them just saying that you doing this, just cut it off and just take some get him to take some time off with associating with you and just do you, let him do him. And in a month's time, if let things heal. You just gotta keep things quiet, let things heal. If you keep talking to him, only thing you're doing is just bringing him back in, but he's having a wounded heart right now, and it's getting more and more fragile emotionally.
But that's why I was so open about like, oh, I'm really excited for like this person to come to the party. I want to talk to this person, that person, blah blah. He told Steve essentially that we were a thing long after I had this conversation with him about I just want to be friends. So that's
just like I said, it's getting fragile. It's a fragile moment.
why I mentioned that specific part on my stream. So I understand now people are like, yeah, but you guys flirted, so you had a date. In my mind, it was like, we flirt here, we end here. And then
it doesn't work. It doesn't work like that. You can flirt. You saying flirt here and it ends there, but that's the thing. You can't put a barrier between that. Either you going all out or don't go that far at all. Keep it casual. You're making it flirty, which makes it worse. Keep it casual. When you text someone and you just want to be friends, keep it casual. Cause then there's the feeling of being let on when the flirting kicks in. And that's the worst part of it all.
he fucks up way over here. I hope that makes sense.
It doesn't.
And now people are like, yeah, but you guys flirted, so you had a date. In my mind, it was like, we flirt here, we end here. And then he fucks up way over here. I hope that makes sense.
No, it doesn't at all. Because it doesn't work like that. Emotionally, it doesn't work like that. Because then you're playing with a person's heart. Especially if the flirting is getting intense. Yeah. It's like making it worse. Because then it feel like you're playing with someone's heart right there. That you have to stop the flirting. If you want just to be friends with them, then stop the flirting. Stop the flirting completely. Keep it casual. But if you flirting, and all of a sudden you say, "Oh, he fucked up. He was supposed to be flirting. Okay, we're gonna put you in the bin," then who's fucking up in the situation? Who's really fucking up in the situation? You let me know.
To me, this was an incident with Steve, an incident that was very clearly a mess up on Fed's part, because when he told Steve that night, "Oh yeah, me and Cookie have a thing," Steve told me, and I said,
Yeah, it's like if y'all flirting, yeah, it'll feel like y'all have a thing. I'm just saying.
like, "No, we don't." I confronted Fed about it. Fed apologized and said, "Oh, I'm sorry."
Of course, you confront him and say, "Oh, we just flirt, we just texting all this, and none of this serious and everything." Hey, like, how does a person feel about that? That's the main question. How does a person feel? That's what you gotta have to look at. It's like I feel for Fed right now.
I shouldn't have said that. Like, yeah, it was my bad. I didn't want something happening, blah, blah, blah. So to me, it was like, oh, you admitted fault. Like, you know that what you did was wrong.
But yet, at the same time, he doesn't get the full blame. He doesn't deserve the full blame. Because you don't want to bring him back and continue flirting with them. Of course, he's going to think that he has a thing. He has a thing for you. Because y'all constantly flirting over and over again to the point that it's like it's not going to end. And it's going to have to come to the part where he's going to take the blame for it himself. He's self-apologetic. I can see it. He's self-apologetic. She's not going to try to apologize for it. So he's going to try to take the fall for it and make it his fault. But at the same time, Pokemane is at fault too. Like, she can't say that she's not at fault. She's at fault. And no one's perfect. Like, she brought this on herself as well. Like, I told you, this is a dangerous, now she's in a dangerous territory right now when you're playing with a person's heart.
And also, prior to the first stream I did where I spoke about everything, I messaged Fed and I said, "I'm going to speak out about things because I feel like people are being really harsh towards Lily and Yvonne and they're not believing them. Is there anything that you would really want me to leave out? I don't know if I can accommodate, but I also don't want to make things terribly difficult for you. I won't mention or super personal details, mainly some lies and instances where people felt manipulated." And he said, "If you can find it in you to leave out telling, like, the situation where I told Steve that you and I were a thing, it's something I would just not like mentioned, but I understand it's not. Otherwise, I trust you, and I think doing what's best for Lily and Yvonne's comfort is the right play." And I said, "I'm sorry, I can't leave that out because it's the best/easiest example I can give of lying or like some form of manipulation." So
She can't even. She says one thing, and then all of a sudden, she still didn't comply to it. And yet, she's saying that she's a friend to him. It's like, yeah, where's the friendship in this? If you're not getting that close and you're stringing them along, and you just moving his heart left and right, because either y'all saying y'all not together, or y'all friends, but yet y'all texting and flirting with each other, which making it to the brink of a relationship, and yet you stopping that, and then all of a sudden bringing them back to the friendship, and yet you come back flirting, and then bring back friendship. You moving the heart left and right, just moving it left and right. That's what happens, and it messes with a person's emotions overall. It messes with a person's emotions, messes with a person's way of thinking. In this case, Fed's emotions and Fed's way of thinking, because and he's self-apologetic, so he's gonna apologize for it. But if you're not gonna apologize for it as well, or have some type of blame for it yourself, then what that makes you as a person?
Again, this is the only thing I am willing to include, like, just as an actual fact check of, like, he asked me, like, just as an actual.
Oh, I want to get close to it. It's very blurry. I can't really see it. Yeah. Of course, you said that, but that's not the case. Yeah, that receipt, of course, but that's not the perfect example of receipt. Cause that doesn't mean that receipt just make you like that doesn't make it any better.
Fact check of, like, he asked.
That receipt doesn't really isn't valid. I'm sorry, that receipt is invalid. Not because it's not true. That's 100% true. We get that. It just that receipt just not make you any better of a person for it.
Me not to mention this thing, which to me is like an admission of guilt, essentially. And now, months later, he's saying, "Oh no, that's not how it went down." And you know what? It's his prerogative to say that. But obviously, I have been told and have been believing what I've been told for however long. So that was my truth in regards to this happening. It really bothered me that in this document he tried so hard to paint me as a bad guy.
And you just put yourself as the bad person. So
Like,
yeah.
I felt I was always honest, and I know there are parts in here where he's like, yeah, and sometimes she would like hang out with guys at the house, and it was like, it felt really bad for me. And you know what? I get that, but I hope you guys can also see from my perspective, that was me trying to be upfront about, like, I am dating, I'm seeing people, like, again, I am not pursuing the future between the two of us. But anyways, looking back, I should have been more aware.
Hold on, wait. Go back. Come on here this one more time.
I get that, but I hope you get. There are parts in here where he's like, yeah, and sometimes she would like hang out with guys at the house, and it was like, it felt really bad for me. And you know what? I get that, but I hope you guys can also see from my perspective, that was me trying to be upfront about, like, I am dating, I'm seeing people, like, again, I am not pursuing the future between the two of us.
Yeah, but it's best to say it up front that I'm getting ready to see other people. It's best to be upfront about it and be like, all right, we need to stop the flirting because I'm about to get ready to see other people, and or just keep things separate. Like it's just a bad line between the two.
But anyways, looking back, I should have been more aware and careful of how I acted around him, so there are no signals to the street, but, you know, hindsight, 2020, and I learned a lot from the situation. To me, in all honesty, all of this is really not all that important. It's regular 20-year-old relationship bullshit. He said, she said, blah, blah, you know, nothing that important happened.
And still give it no remorse. Like, in other words, you just think all of it is just nothing but jack shit. Basically, what she's saying is all this is just irrelevant to her. I never watch her videos, and I never really watch her streams. But her saying that she's not coming out, people are painting her out as a bad person. She's not painting herself out as a good person either. Let's be honest. She's not really painting herself out as a good person. And she's just showing it. And I'm not trying to be bashful or anything like that. I'm just going at the first view, down the line. I don't even know who Fedmeister is. And this is my time actually reviewing Pokemon because I heard a lot of stuff, and I just want to hear stuff from my own ears, especially this one. So yeah,
In my opinion, what I shared about the Steve situation is my honest truth, and I feel like it is just really irrelevant in comparison to the incident that actually triggered all of this. That's unfoundedly slanderous. I'm so sorry that wording makes me laugh a bit. As much as me and Fed like kind of got along, we just are such different people and we see things so differently. So the way he sees it is like, oh, I'm just like venting to my friends because I need to let my emotions out. For me, I tried really hard not to vent to people within or very close to OTV about Fed because I knew that essentially it's kind of like shit talking him. And
is this the point of talking with the group so you guys can clear the air? That's the point of having a group. It's not just having a group to just be in a production with each other. It's to be a family, to know each other, to be friends, to get to know each other. Like everything that's going on with this group as a family stays in this group as a family, and y'all respect each other. Nothing gets leaked, nothing gets out there. We all just come together as a group, as a collective, as a family. That's what the group's supposed to be about. That's what any group's supposed to be about. It's about togetherness and family. Like if you're toxic and want to leak stuff out, then that's bad on that person. But her not talking to them about it, it lets you that's not good because then how was how would they know what you're about? What's on your mind? Like people gotta know what's going on in your brain as well because people want to know. And yeah, I'm overly dissecting this, and it's because I have a lot going on in my brain, and I want to see things going through with this. So if this is not for you, I apologize. But for me, I just want to see where this goes. Like, yeah, y'all just friends, but it's good. It's good to vent out with your other friends. Y'all have a whole group, so why not talk to your friends about it? If y'all are together and you want to try to get everything cleared out, like, of course the friends gonna have some influence. They're gonna have some influence. They'll talk this and that, but they want to know because not because of the drama, it's because they want to make sure everything gets resolved. Like your friends in that group is supposed to be your family overall. If you can't trust your group and talk to them about anything, then what can you do when stuff gets bad? The person that knows you, person that's supposed to trust you.
they're gonna see him differently, and it's just gonna fuck with the dynamic. So
She's saying as fucking with dynamic, actually that just bring the group closer and knowing each other. That they can talk to each other, they can hear each other out. They have any issues, and this and that and the other. That was supposed to be about.
very close to OTV about Fed because I knew that essentially it's kind of like shit talking him, and then they're gonna see him differently, and it's just gonna fuck with the dynamic. But I don't think he realized that aspect of things. I'd rather talk to the other girls about my issues.
Is it him that don't realize that aspect of anything, or you, Pokemane, don't realize that aspect? Like I know she's not gonna watch this, and I really don't care if she watches it or not. I don't care, but I'm just going by what I want to watch. Well, here.
From my perspective and from what I've heard, that doesn't seem true. He also mentions talking to Lily. He mentions talking to another girl at his friends, and again, it's not what I really heard. He was very frustrated by the fact that I was saying all of these people around me have come to me and told me that they essentially avoided being my friend because of things you had told them.
Which he tried to express his feelings and everything, and of course he would like to talk to them as friends. Like he needed someone to vent and talk to, which is understandable. That's what you're supposed to do. When you have someone that actually, if you had no one around you to talk to, then it'll really fucks with you mentally. So he wanted someone or needed someone to talk to that'll be close to him and actually have someone that'll vent out to so he can clear his brain. It's simple.
And that could be my friend because of things you had told them. And that made them feel manipulated. That made me feel manipulated. But it wasn't his intention, and he wasn't trying to be manipulative. So
I don't think he was manipulative at all. I think he was just venting because he just if you're going out with other guys and other stuff, and all of a sudden he's just trying to vent out what's going on in his mind and everything, clearing everything out, then wouldn't he just go ahead and tell it? Because he want people to know him and trust him. Because venting out, it's not just all of a sudden just telling him this and that and the other. Because venting out just telling him that, hey, I trust you, and I just want to get this out of my mind so I won't feel worse than I am. That's basically what it is.
you see how it's a bit of a fine line. He was really unhappy being painted as a manipulator, when in reality he was just inconsiderate in the way that he was talking about me. But to us, it just felt manipulative because we're like, oh, we just missed out on friendships we could have had all along.
Really, it doesn't add up. It doesn't really add up. Because you hear her story from beginning to now, it doesn't add up at all. I'm just saying.
This is the truth. Pokey would generally only come over if there was something she could tangibly benefit from in some way. But at streaming events, midnight birthday streams, it's the same reason you never saw her come to people's streams at OT. And when she wasn't streaming, she was also always grinding, practicing whatever game she wanted to get better at for stream. I don't want to go into this too deep. Us. Because I'm not here to attack her character, but it's just the way things work. My side. Hello, it's me, Pokey, the actual person doing these things. It is so weird to by a friend trying to be painted as this where's this businesswoman? Yeah, I mean, streaming is such a cool career.
But yet, for some reason, it doesn't feel like he's not wrong, per se. Like, if you're streaming for events and stuff, hey, yeah, get the bag. Like, there's nothing wrong with that.
Of course, it's something that I care about a lot, that I was especially really interested in then. I've learned to balance my life a bit better. But I just want to say, these are none of the reasons why it was sometimes difficult for me to hang out with other people. It wasn't because I wanted something out of them. I mean, I can't even recall anything that I could gain from streaming events at other people's houses, midnight birthday streams. I'm one head in the back of 20. The reason these are a bit easier for me to go to is because oh, it's someone's birthday. I want to go say happy birthday. When it comes to oh, let me just.
But it said midnight birthday stream, so it has to be a party. You can go there and be like, happy birthday. Yeah, it's an event. If you show your face there, then you part of the event. That's basically going there.
Oh, it's someone's birthday. I want to go say happy birthday.
So you part of it.
Oh, let me just Uber over to their house at a point in time where I didn't have solid friendships with these people. Essentially, the things that he had said to people, I could tell that there were just bad vibes. You know what I mean? I think you guys know what I mean. Sometimes you get that sentiment that someone just sees you differently. Or, isn't really open to wanting to be your friend. That's why, I couldn't drive over at 10 p.m. like he perhaps felt comfortable to, and I felt more comfortable in large settings. Remember this thought pattern that
Maybe because he thinks a lot about you. It's a point that he thinks a lot about you, that he wants you. If you quote unquote said that y'all aren't dating but y'all are close friends, and yet you went to a big event for a midnight birthday party, and yeah, his birthday come, and yeah, it's all right if you like to go on big settings, But it's the point of if you don't go out of your way to actually go to his birthday and be like happy birthday to him, or Uber to him and be like happy birthday, or send him a message or call him, even FaceTime him. You be like, hey, I couldn't make it there, but I want to tell you happy birthday, this and that, the other, or send him a gift. That'll mean a lot, especially if y'all say y'all quote unquote friends. So of course he gonna feel a certain type of way. He gonna feel a different type of way, no matter what. Cause remember, just like I said, it's that line. It's that line that's going back and forth. Emotions and heart are getting played overall. So yeah, of course, stop doing that motion, it's just gonna get darker and darker. Like it stop moving, it's just gonna get darker and darker in that situation to the point that you're not moving anything. It's just you're gonna feel a certain type of way along the time that y'all been knowing each other.
Had a lot, and that I even shared with him where I was like, do you think I like come off as intimidating to some people or something? Like, am I hard to approach? Sometimes I want to be friends with people, but I feel like I don't get that same feeling back. I know this is something I shared with him, and it has nothing to do with me profiting off of who my goal. I don't even know, you know? I'm not saying this is entirely Fed's fault. To some extent, it was also me, but I know that after the intervention, it felt like there was like this barrier lifted between me and so many other people, and now my friendships is just like tremendously better than it was before. And I believe this. I don't think he was actively.
Oh yeah, the intervention as in she took that month off and everything, and then talked to it's a Gundam and stuff. But yeah, if that's the case, then why are you back in this? I'm just gonna.
He trying to make people not want to be my friend, even though that's what he ended up doing. And this wasn't a conclusion that I tried to come to at all. It was one that was almost like hurtfully thrown in my face when we held these interventions. And I spoke out about my feelings, and so many people came up to me and apologized and told me that they saw me in a different light because of things I'd said. So yeah, the same thing has happened to me. You know, sometimes he has mentioned certain things to me, and maybe he doesn't think that it'll have an impact on the way that I see someone, but it does. And then I kind of avoid being their friend. But then later on, I find out that they're actually really great people I would have gotten along with. And it's something that just happens in friend groups. Okay, it just fucking happens. Unfortunately, the way it happened with Fed was like a bit of a larger scale and a bit more only about me. Steve told me, Fed said, you guys are seeing each other, and he told me not to tell you that I know. And he's saying that that's not true, but I confronted Fed about it the very next day. I told Fed that I would talk about it prior to my stream when I spoke about the Yvonne and Lloyd situation. I feel like that's all that I can do. And he did not say that any of it was false up until very recently. And then he talks more about how we would get closer when I wasn't seeing someone, and I think that's fair. But also to me, it was like, for me, like my boundary of we're seeing each other.
She's putting this dude back into a cycle again.
Isn't like, oh, we're like hanging out, we're close, this and that. So I think
He's getting back into the cycle. Bruh. No. It goes around and around like a circle. And it's not looking good again.
I think it was just like a messy situation in general. Again,
It is messy.
the best. Not saying he handled it the best either. Again, some of the stuff is touchy because I feel like him being like, she's lying to thousands of people. It's just like him venting and isn't really meant to be out there. And I think even now, as he said in his statement, like, he realizes that all I was saying was my truth. I have no reason to lie about him. There was just really no need. This text, I regret so much. I don't really know why he included, like, this text where I was being very petty towards Jody. I think this was, like, 2 or 3 houses ago when Jody was first entering the friend group, and I had, like, heard perhaps some, like, not the best things. And so my perception was skewed, and I just said some petty stuff that is bad. And I want you guys to know, actually, that when I first saw this document, and I spoke to Fed about it, and we resolved things privately, I immediately, like, as soon as I saw that text message, I immediately went to Jody, and I was like, listen, this is never going to be public, but I want to apologize for what I said, because it's just BM and stupid, and she is such a lovely person, such a lovely friend of mine now, and I just regret ever saying that about her. Felt like me and Fed were like best friends at one point, and there were things that probably came off to him as like more romantic that to me were just like, oh, like, I love you so much as a friend.
Yeah, how come you didn't say that? But you didn't. That's the problem. You didn't. You should have told him. Like, you should have told him that this is very good, this is very appreciated, but you just want to be friends. You don't want to have this type of romantic feelings. But you didn't. That was the problem. That was the main problem. It's just like you pulling them back and forth. I'm hearing this situation and it's going back to that same motion again and again and again.
Just so cringe to say, and I've learned my lesson. Also, everybody in the friend group like called each other honey bunny, which is like cringe again.
Oh, that's cute. Like, yeah, that's a pretty cool photo. Even they said they in a group and everything, yeah, that's pretty cool. Like, no one would really think nothing of it.
But like, also this is the way that I act with a lot of my girlfriends. I understand you don't act this way with your guy friends, but again, learning lesson.
You should never do that with your guy friends. Here's the thing, here's the thing. If someone do that with the opposite sex, it's going to be something different going around. It's going to be something different. Like, real feelings going to get hurt. Because you got to remember, opposite attracts. The guy doesn't feel the same way with their guy friends like a girls would do with their girls. Like, you do the same thing with your girls, with your girlfriends, and you try to do that with your guy friends, it's not going to be the same. Just like the guys doing something with their guy friends, and they do the same with their gal pals, like their girls are friends. It's not going to be the same, because it's just that experience of being a part of something that really will grow attached to them, that they'll end up having feelings. And the lesson to all of this is really check their feelings before anything. If things getting bad, make sure to separate so y'all can have time to heal. Because if y'all don't heal and he's person feeling hurt, because I had that feeling before, at least make sure to take some time apart and reset yourself. You need a reset. If you get too flirty in the situation, then things get bad.
So yeah, it feels so weird to talk about this because it really is just like cringe. I think the Iran situation is important to address though, so let's get into it. Here's my TLDR. For my stream talking about Fed felt like it made it seem like I was saying he was trying to get him on fire. In reality, I was trying to say that Fed didn't directly try to do that, but she was almost let go from OTV because she had a lack of motivation towards the work, but her lack of motivation stemmed from what Fed had done to her. I'm genuinely sorry to you guys, the public, if I didn't convey that message properly the first time that I said it, but that's what I meant. And that led into all of these conversations that you see where we're like, do we need to get someone else on board? What are we doing? Like, we need to fix things, blah, 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 blah. That's where it all stemmed from, but in reality, like, it was nothing that was actually wrong with her, and it was from the situation that occurred. And yeah, I was also very frustrated thinking back to times where I didn't know about what happened, and he would complain about her to me, and I'm like a pretty business-oriented person, and I'm like, I don't want OTV to die. What do? We need to fix this problem. Like, I think that's essentially what these text messages are. Did you guys hear my stomach? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I've been up for like 30 hours, and I haven't eaten since yesterday. I'll eat after. I'm so sorry.
You're not you when you're hungry. Chew it over with the sneakers.
Yeah,
I had to say it.
for me, it's like if she doesn't want this position, like we should get someone else. Like if this guy, someone who's really passionate about it, blah blah blah. And it makes me mad to see me talk like this.
That'd be funny if she eats sneakers and she turns to someone else. I can't think of a name right now, but all of a sudden she chew on the sneakers and she becomes someone else. Oh my god, that would be hilarious. I'm just saying.
Because me at that time had no motherfucking clue what happened between Fed and Yvonne and why she was acting this way. Does that make sense? Okay, thanks. I think that makes sense. Quick side note. OTV has a bit of a problem where people in the past that we've hired for specific positions slowly turned into content creators, so that was a bit of a sore spot, especially for me. And so I was like, please no, another word bites the dust, like I don't want that to happen. But really all it needed was like a good conversation between me and her, and everything was resolved after. And
All I can say is this. Wouldn't it be a good thing if they end up becoming content creators? Like, you want them to blow up. You want them to do good overall. So yeah. I wouldn't get mad at that. Sure, they're trying to go for the money as well, so it's like, why not?
but no, we can make this work. Like I can see that's not your end goal. So she's such a special part of OTV that obviously we want to. I don't want, like personally, the stuff relating to me, sure. Go with her going to content creator route. She responds with no. Start complaining that she's getting sponsored videos, posting on YouTube, etc. She said it's very weird. I just want to clarify again. Yvonne, get that bag. Whoever, get that bag. The same thing had happened to us in the past, and I just didn't want.
But didn't she just say that she wanted back in those school friends? All of a sudden, next thing you know, you got Pokey wanted her fired. There's something bad. Like, I don't know what it is, but I don't know if she's doing this unintentionally, but she's bringing a dark mist into the group for some odd reason. Like, there's something bad.
Someone else to like be brought on board and then just become a content creator. That's what I was bothered about.
Okay.
Hey guys, real
I gotta add. This is the first time I gotta add.
right now they're having a Black Friday
Roblox is trying to get that back.
sale at 9.
And she's like, but again, we had the conversation later on where she's like, no, like that's not my end goal, and I like what I do with OTV. And that was enough reassurement for me. This is me trying to make sure offline TV doesn't die. I don't really know what he's trying to show by these messages, but I've always been someone in the group who's like, guys, we need like consistency. We need to make sure we have someone focusing on the group. And what happened was
Alright, this is a lot of babble. Let's just go to the thoughts. What do he think?
So that's about it for Pokemon's stream response, and honestly, there's just so much in there to talk about. Two things in particular that stick out to me is one, whenever someone seems to not be on the same page as Pokemon, she has a talk with them, and then the decision magically goes into Pokemon's favor. Whether it be Yvonne focusing more on offline TV work rather than being a content creator, or getting Fedmeister to backpedal on some of his valid criticisms of how Poke treated him, to the point where Fed in his new response.
Yeah, because it's weird that he's self-apologetic, and at the same time he had to change. Because remember, she said that she's seen the documents, and this was the third version, which seems off. Don't you think? Like, I don't know what it is, but Pokemon is literally bringing a dark mist into the situation. I don't know what's going on with her, but it's just not looking great.
Said that he was never even intimate with Pokemane, which is just very hard to believe considering, well,
Yeah, I was saying that too. Like you saying they're never intimate or in a relationship, which everyone can see that's a lie.
said in that document. And number two is how she minimizes everything. She chalks
Yeah.
a lot of it up to, oh, just normal 20-year-old dating things. And even towards the end of that stream, someone pointed out that she lied in her.
And plus, is she in her 20s as well? Saying this is 20-year-old stuff and she's still in her 20s? Like, what?
Dating things. And even towards the end of that stream, someone pointed out that she lied in her vlog saying that nothing was going on badly in offline TV. And she says in her mind that wasn't even a lie, it was just her not wanting to cause shit. And I get not wanting to cause shit, but I feel like in that vlog you would just not mention if there is or isn't any troubles in offline TV. I understand why she lied, but the fact that she didn't even describe it as lying, she said, in my mind that isn't even lying, just proves that she minimizes a lot of these more severe actions she does into something that isn't as severe, which actually causes her to be hypocritical in a lot of situations, because I often notice that she does bad things and then criticizes other people heavily for doing those same bad things while excusing her bad things. But anyways, I could make a whole video talking about that. If you want to see that, be sure to let me know down in the comment section below. But regardless of if I make that specific video or not, I'm going to have more coverage on the situation coming up soon, so be sure to subscribe to our situations on so you don't miss it.
Okay. Yeah. For me, I'm thinking that Pokemon really does have a dark aura around her. And it's not good. It's really not good. She has this dark aura. I don't know why. Why does she have this dark aura around her? I've been on here for like 2 hours watching this, and I gave my 2 cents on this. It's right now. It's a little past 2 o'clock, and I'm getting tired, so I'm gonna go ahead and rest up. It's dark out. I need to sleep. Wake up fresh and early for a stream. Hope y'all like it. Hope y'all like this stream, because tomorrow I'm gonna do another stream in about a few hours. So I'm gonna rest up, get up, and try to feel rejuvenated. So thank you guys for watching the stream, and hope y'all have a good night. I hope y'all rest up. I hope y'all had a great Thanksgiving, because I know I did. And I'll see y'all guys next time. Peace.